It is a bit easier to get to net zero with new construction because you can plan best practices from the outset. But so often, with new construction comes new obstacles to decarbonization. Frequently, and even within the same company, people are operating in sustainability silos, meaning they are making separate ESG, net zero, and UNSDG plans without aligning these initiatives, and often with separate teams tasked with implementing each. And unfortunately, the casualty of a compartmentalized approach like this is that the teams don't integrate, and you often wind up with an incomplete strategy, one where intentions never quite translate to effective implementation, and long-term ESG and net zero commitments go by the wayside. And on the design and construction side, a lot of people say they design to green. But what is the metric they are converging on, particularly in terms of emissions? If you ask someone, what is your carbon footprint? I don't think most can give you a straight answer. If we know ESG metrics can positively influence and drive design, instead of building first and applying net zero or ESG standards in retrospect, why not design and build with net zero considerations upfront? So for new construction, be specific. Design to zero from the onset. This means constructing to zero, operating to zero, and then embedding data that not only proves your ROI, but that illustrates you can maintain net zero operations in perpetuity. And don't forget that new construction is a fleeting phase, because as soon as a building is commissioned and occupied, it becomes an existing building. It's estimated that 1.6 billion new buildings will be built by 2050, which means that complying with evolving building regulations from the onset will be critical to accelerating and sustaining net zero across operations throughout your building's life cycle. Having a multi-pronged, comprehensive net zero strategy, one that is integrated and aligned prior to the start of construction, will be critical for any company intent on starting and staying on an accelerated, lasting decarbonization journey.